Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I'm Captain Nips, and this Tuesday morning in the BattleTech Backer Beta, I'm hoping to continue down the path that I started on yesterday, and it probably isn't completely clear yet what I'm getting to. Some things may start to reveal themselves today. As I put together a kind of jambalaya of pilot skills and mech builds, some custom, some not in the game. And so today, a couple more pieces to the puzzle as we launch into the single player. Today I would like to present to you, the viewer, a potential field refit for the Trebuchet. The Trebuchet 5N is the Trebuchet of note in our game so far, which brings to the field a trio of medium lasers, 2 in the right arm and 1 in the left, 2 LRM-15s with 2 tons of ammo, and what I would consider an oversized engine for its role and a slight lack of armor, but befitting its role. The Trebuchet is a fire support medium mech, so it should not necessarily be on the front lines. But as we've found through many games of the BattleTech Backer Beta skirmish module, the front lines come to you whether you like it or not. So today I would like to propose a field refit for the 5N, which I have dubbed the 5NR. Which, let's just take a look at this. So on the left you have the 5N, the stock 5N. 2 LRM-15s, medium lasers across the arms. It's got 2 tons of ammo for the 2 launchers. You'll also notice down the bottom right, walking movement points 5, running 8, which is an indication of its oversized engine. It's not terribly oversized, but this mech is, I think, faster than it needs to be for its role, but it's fine. It's fine. We're going to leave that part alone. The important thing that I do want to point out here is the 71% armor coverage, which is not bad. It is not the worst mech in the Inner Sphere in terms of its armor coverage, but that is not great, especially when most fights are going to end up at medium to short range anyway, and you're going to take hits. So, for the purposes of this field refit, there's a couple of things going on here that I want to propose. So first, the field refit strips out the 2 launchers, the 2 LRM-15s, and replaces them with a single LRM-20 in the left arm. We leave the medium lasers alone because they're fine and, furballs happen. The LRM-20 gets 3 tons of ammo, which will provide it for 18 continuous rounds of fire. In removing the 2 launchers and replacing them with the 1, that does free up a little bit extra tonnage. Now 1 ton goes to the extra ammo, but the remaining tonnage I have devoted to armor. So you will notice that in the right-hand side of the screen, the 5NR refit has 99.4% armor coverage, which is great because a lot of that armor goes to the arms and the side torsos, and a good chunk to the legs. Now I've got some caveats and some things I would like to talk about after the video is done here, towards the end when I start to kvetch a bit. But the point being here is that I've taken the default Trebuchet 5N. I've tried to keep most of its fire support potential while also improving its ability to brawl and stay in a fight for the long game by improving its armor and keeping its core of the 3 medium lasers. Now again, as per the refit videos that I do, I'm assuming kind of a hardpoint model in the way that we'll be able to modify the mechs in the eventual campaign mech lab. So I'm not moving things around. Ideally, if I could, I would move that 1 medium laser in the left arm to the right, match them up as a trio, but I'm just going to assume I can't change that for now. So, with the 5NR, you pick up a decent bit of durability. You notice the little bar goes up and down. I lose a little bit of firepower because I am dropping from a 30 missile salvo to a 20, but I also, in the process, pick up a little bit of heat efficiency because I'm not firing quite so many missiles. Now here's the important thing. Here's one of the important points that I want to make with this field refit. In changing out the 15s for a single 20, I am specifically designing this mech to play nice with breaching shot, because we're going somewhere with this. So, you have an LRM 20, 4 damage per missile by 20 missiles is an 80 damage alpha. In my mind, that is top tier, middle of the top tier for weapons that you would want to fire with a breaching shot. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. It's kind of right in the middle of the high quality weapons you would want to be firing as a single weapon. So I've lined up a lance of Trebuchet refits versus Trebuchets. Now the pilots is where it gets interesting, because where I'm going with all of this is kind of a contest between indirect fire and multi-target and breaching shot versus bulwarked or guarded targets. Now here's the thing about bulwark and breaching shot. There is one pilot on the roster, one that has breaching shot. That's Apex. You'll notice as I scroll down, Paradise, nope. Arclight, nope. Witness, nope. Mockingbird, nah. Wildfire, nah. Sumo, no. Showboat, certainly not. Ozone, no. Kraken, no. Blockade, no. Buckshot. Apex. One pilot with the piloting skill currently in the skirmish module, with the capability of defeating probably the most overpowered other pilot skill you can take. Which begs the question, how many pilots have bulwark? Well, here's a start. There's 4 pilots right here, all with bulwark. But let's continue to count, shall we? So take out the 3 that are already assigned, and Wildfire, who's there. So Mockingbird, that makes 5. So 5. 5 pilots have bulwark versus 1 has breaching shot. And that's not even to speak to the fact that any mech can cover, any mech can entrench, which makes killing them that much harder. You would think breaching shot would be a little more common. So today I'm making it more common. I would like to reintroduce to you the Sumo clones. Meet Bob Alpha, Bob Beta, and Bob Gamma. Now, these Bobs have been specifically engineered through our rigorous genetic screening program to bring breaching shot, sensor lock, good tactics for indirect fire, decent gunnery for when things get too close for indirect fire, and we kind of ignored the 2 pilot and guts skills. This is in line with, in terms of mech warrior design, this is perfectly in line with the way the rest of these mech warriors have been built. 8-5-4-3 for skills, 2 piloting abilities. So I'm going to take this lance of Apex and 3 Bobs in their refit trebuchets up against this lance of trebuchets with all bulwark pilots. Today we're going to hit up Alpine River, because I haven't been there in a while. And we're going to play a game. And we're going to see if the additional armor of my field refit trebuchet and the punch-through ability of breaching shot is enough to overcome the larger salvos coming out of the trebuchets on the other team, in addition to their bulwark keeping them safe.
Command interface initiated.
Keep together and watch your 6.
That's right, Apex, lead the team. So, I'm going to make my way down this way.
What's up, Commander? Be there in a jiff. Head now.
Now, the reason one of the reasons that I rebuilt these trebuchets the way I did was per suggestion that I mentioned yesterday. The reason that the LRM-20 is in the arm, the left arm, is that arm weapons currently get a slight bonus in their 2-hit numbers as opposed to being mounted in the torsos.
Yes, Commander.
As presumably a balancing factor against the fact that arms are fragile. Because arms are fragile.
On my way.
These arms are improved. These arms have greater durability than their stock trebuchet counterparts, but it is still a little rough because, as you and I all know,
On the move.
arms tend to have this unfortunate tendency to reach escape velocities when exposed to high explosives and lasers.
Standing by.
So, interestingly enough, not entirely sure why, the forest hex dots are not showing green today. That's peculiar. So I'm going to have to eyeball it and watch for pop-ups, which it's fine. You know, it's fine. Let's see. We haven't gotten into initiative yet, so I'm just going to take this opportunity to position myself. I kind of like this forest. If I need to, I can back over the nearby ridge. Although, I'm not going to repeat yesterday's fight. Like, yesterday's fight with the catapults was fun. Kind of leveraging
No problem.
to their maximal extent the indirect fire
Got
that
a
I could.
bogey on my scanner.
This is, I think this match, I wanna test a little bit more of the durability of the mechs, especially this refit, and
Consider it done.
kind of get into a line of sight exchange.
What's up, Commander?
But the important thing I want to do here is I want to protect Apex, because Apex has a wonderful ability that she's not going to be able to leverage here, so never mind, I'm not going to protect her. That'll come tomorrow. Here come the trebuchets, wandering about. So let's start with Bob Alpha, who's going to provide us some intel here. I believe... Oh, so one of them is already moved, which was this guy. So let's see what he's doing. Look at that! 2 movement pips. And he decided to hunker down at the end. This is going to go very poorly for that guy, because...
Aye, aye.
Let's commence with the breaching shots.
Roger that.
Question is, how quickly are the enemy mechs going to move up to engage me today? And so far the answer is not fast enough, as we begin to drop 80-point salvos into one of their buddies. Nope, backing up's not going to help you. Backing up is not going to help you.
Yeah?
I feel bad. I really feel bad for the AI. But not that bad. So I'm just going to start this off. I am going to start moving up. Pressing the attack. Because if the AI is just going to dawdle around back here, I kind of is I'm not getting good telemetry, I guess is my point. I would like to move up. I would like to see
Awaiting orders.
if my mechs can stand up a bit to their weapon fire. So, you know, if this is a campaign game, by all means, stand back, preserve your armor, preserve your delicious, squishy internal components, save yourself the repairs. But since we want to get a good read on how much damage these things can take, yeah, see, here we go. Getting down into the scruff. Bob Alpha takes some hits, but is able to weather it.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see. So, Bob Alpha. Bob Alpha, if we could position you in a place where we can put weapons on targets. Yeah, what the heck. We don't want to move that close. We want to be able to leverage those LRMs here. Interestingly, that's not a direct line of sight from there. Are there any direct lines of sight for this LRM launcher? There we go. That, here, there we go. Nope, that's too close. Right there? Question mark? There we go. Oh, but then I just remembered if I do that, I'm going to lose breaching shot, so... Neener. The question one has to ask for themselves is, do you continue to fire breaching shots at this guy, or do you move up and fire... Get in the water for the cooling, because you're going to want the cooling if you add the lasers, but then add the lasers to all this and fire on the guy on the right. I think I'll just continue to fire on this guy for now. And then maybe I'll maybe I'll start to split the team's fire. Start to peg this guy here. You're fine, Alpha.
Standing by.
All right, let's get Apex into the mix here, because Apex has the wonderful combination
On the move.
of breaching shot and multi-target. So we're gonna leverage that. Here is Alpha. Here is Bravo. Bravo with the lasers. Alpha with the LRM. Peanut butter in your chocolate, and vice versa.
Engaging multiple enemies.
Alright, land a couple body shots with those lasers. We like that. So far, so good. Let's see if, guessing Alpha is gonna hit the ground here. Woo, boy.
Oh, nice hit, moron.
Yes, he's gonna survive the turn
What's up, Commander?
and not inadvertently hit the ground. Continue our breaching shots on this guy that is
Oh, you want some of this?
entrenched, guarded, as we continue to crit seek.
Oh, nice hit on that one. Nice hit.
Bob Alpha is probably going to go down here, which is...
Armor breach.
Yep,
Internal
there we go.
damage.
Just that hint of lag while the game is cleaning up its phases makes you think, is he gonna make it?
Aye, aye.
Is he gonna make it?
Something I
And then
can do.
inevitably, no, he's not gonna make it. All right, time to cut through some of the BS here. Need to get lines of sight since we don't have a sensor lock on anymore. Let's ruin this guy. Let's continue to open up a can on this guarded target with our LRMs
Sorry, dummy.
as we reduce it to a pair of medium lasers to work with. Question is, how boned is Bob Alpha? Interestingly, not taking the shot on Bob Alpha with their second mech.
Okay, that was a hard hit.
Instead going for Bob Gamma. Alright,
Commander?
Yeah?
Bob Beta, who's been hanging out back here, is just going to continue to hang out back here, because he's no fool. Despite being
I got him.
one of the triplets here, he knows his job. The job is to ruin that right torso. Not quite getting there, though. Missiles coming thick and heavy today. Alright. Strangely enough, leaving Bob Alpha alone. Let's get some movement modifier going here as we move into the river and get some cooling.
Moving out.
This Apex is going to continue to leverage all her guns because she's got that one trick that enemy mechs hate. Alpha Bravo, line up the shots, check the heat, let her rip.
Acknowledged. Multiple targets.
And that Trebuchet has been reduced to a walking stick. Not a bad place to be. Bob Gamma is going to fall down here. No question in my mind.
Oh, I think I broke my collarbone. Oh, I took one in the gut.
Alright.
Nothing I can do.
Bob Alpha is going to get up. Bob Alpha is going to move. At least a little bit. Let's get him to cover and turn.
I'm dead.
Fortunately, we still have line of sight. And we have a guarded target to leverage our guns against.
I got him.
So far, this has played out pretty well in being able to cancel out the enemy guards and bulwarks with my own breaching shot. Ooh. Bob Gamma taking it hard. Left torso, which means his LRMs are out of play. It's time to get dirty with the mediums.
Yes, Commander.
Right here.
Oh, hello. Hello. Is this gentleman shut down? This gentleman is shut down. Well then, I think my fine my fine mech warriors are gonna have to make do on that. Oh, that's alright, let's see here. Slow the roll. Check lines. There we go. That was weird. I wonder why the readouts were showing zeros. Alright, so we've got 157 total health on the center. If I go for the left side, I can clip one of the LRMs off. I think I just go for the center mass. I think we just try and go for kill shots as fast as we can here.
Target.
Hustling. That Trebuchet just pulled a Usain Bolt. Moving from spot to spot.
Standing by.
Alright, so where's
Commander?
Beta? Beta is right there. Beta's also got a nice line of fire to make with his guns. The target doesn't actually have a guarded position when it's overheated, or when it's shut down. So, could have noticed this with the last mech that I fired with, but you know, at least get a little bit here. There we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful exposed center torso. Called shot head. Wow. Uncouth. The AI showing no honor. Also showing a complete disrespect for its own heat scale.
Commander,
Apex, I think at this point, is going to be able to pull some shenanigans. Let's see. Ideally, we want to move a bit and still provide a full boat's worth of fire on something. But yeah, let's just do this. Honestly, I think I may have just made a mistake. I probably should have moved closer to this mech than this mech so that their LRMs get a little bit wonky for direct fire. Nope. We want to shoot this guy who has 52 structure left in the center torso. This should be a kill shot, no questions asked.
firing a full salvo.
Yep, there you go.
Enemy down.
Plenty of component salvage off of that one as the center torso gets cored out, leaving all the dangly bits. Meanwhile, contestant number 4 clearly wishes to engage in this combat.
Aye, aye.
Alright, so
Yeah?
not a lot of reason not to just shoot all our guns at shut down targets. And just because, oh wow, 2%. 2% to hit the head. You know what, I'm not that mean. Let's just check the armor quick. Nope, we're not in a condition, I think, where we want to be picky about where we shoot. Let's just drop down hits. Although most of them are hitting that torso anyway. Snag an ammo bin in the process.
Battle mech power-up detected.
Awaiting orders.
Let's see. Pull back a little bit.
On the move.
Fling some indirect. Leverage these LRMs with our breaching shot, because mechs that power up and just stand there, they get bulwark, and so we're going to deny that.
Roger that.
Guess what, buddy? Glad you woke up. Have some missiles. Ha! Our friend, the armless Trebuchet, has decided to go for a long-distance run today, which is fine.
Right here.
Let's keep bringing the heat with these breaching
Make
shots.
'em dead.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this so far. I really... Oof. That was harsh. Ejected that arm into orbit, I think.
New sense of contact.
It really does baffle me quite a bit that when Hairbrain brought Beta Phase 2 with the pilot revisions, that
Damage minimal.
they brought so many, they put so many pilots in with Bulwark and only a single pilot with breaching shot. It's the Angel of Death thing all over again, and I'm surprised. I'm not surprised I hadn't noticed it until now, because
Yes, Commander.
clearly anyone that's been paying attention knows I'm good at this game. But just the sheer fact that I don't understand sometimes. I should probably pay more attention to the dev videos and blogs, but I'm a busy man. I wake up in the morning, like everyone else. I put on my pants one leg at a time, but then I go about my day after I've stomped Stompy Robots for the morning, because you know, it's hard to keep up sometimes, what with all the chores and the activities
Standing by.
and the missiles. Oh, did I forget to mention missiles? Here, have some missiles. This actually might be it's approaching kill shot territory. So we crit out
Scored a critical hit.
an LRM-15. Yes, bring your focus fire. Let me see your fury. Going after Bob Beta, which wouldn't be my first choice for a target.
Hit.
Interestingly enough, getting counter breaching shot for the one time that I'm covered. Alright, let's... Can I get both of these guys in line of sight at the same time? Yes. Can I do it in a place that doesn't have stupid arcs? I think that might work out. 95s. 85. Yeah, there we go. I'll move down the way. Keep to the river. Multi-target again. Got Alpha over there. Got Bravo over there. Bravo with the medium lasers. Alpha with the LRM. Under the heat cap. Fantastic.
Acknowledged. Multiple targets.
Ooh, doing that work. Oh. Well, it's a light crit, which means I can still fire the LRM-20.
Standing by.
And at this point, let's just take a quick check. 31 damage in the center torso to give. Let's just get down in the water here and light this guy up like it's New Year's. Not the greatest numbers. I probably could have thrown focus on that, but this guy's pretty much screwed. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Pair of legs in a cockpit. That's what you like to see when you want to obliterate a target. Meanwhile, our long-distance runner has decided to knock down a couple of cell phone towers, which I'm sure the local authorities will be thrilled to know that their cell coverage is not as good as it used to be. All right, so we have contestant number 4 that has decided to forsake his teammates and become a hermit up in the hills, and we have our long distance runner over here.
Aye, aye.
What do we got?
Commander?
I got 3 mechs left.
Yes, Commander.
All of them are in. Let's see. So Bob Alpha's mech is a little shot up, but betas and apexes are in reasonably good condition. So I'm going to have Apex worry about this guy here.
Moving out.
Wow, look at all those movement modifiers. I'm going to save myself the missiles, or do I? 54. What's the leg got going on? 55. And I'm going in an overheat. You know what? Drop the LRM-20. We're just gonna
Engaging target.
conserve ammo to try and kill this mech. And whoo, boy, do we miss! That's some strong misses. Ah, and then the enemy plan is revealed. Our long-distance runner is really a spotter.
Losing
You
armor.
punk! All right, I need to kill that guy like
Nothing I can do.
just this instant now. And we are absolutely going to throw focus on this because Bob Beta has plenty of heat scale to work with.
Aye, aye.
Going to get out of the water just so I've got some distance to the target for the purposes of minimum range. Throw the focus on this.
Who wants some of this, huh?
And, yep, 95s across the board.
Oh, you want some of this?
You are dead. And ignores evasive. Ooh, another pair of legs with a cockpit. Strung together by melted plas steel. Frayed mimers. Alright, let's go kill our
Standing by.
straggler here. Get up into the forest, because honestly, Alpha buddy, you're in rough shape.
You got it.
Hey, look at that! Sensor target. You know what I got? Sensor lock. Okay.
Aye, aye.
Start moving up the way. LRMs give us plenty of range to work with. Got the indirect fire. Not the greatest number, though. Why is that? Oh, I'm actually at long range with my LRMs. Go figure. Indirect fire +2, target move +2, target size +1. And the delicious, delicious arm-mounted -1, which is why we have put the LRM in that left arm.
Firing on target.
Take it away, Apex.
Yeah?
Beta, if you would be so kind as to follow up that performance. Actually, can you get any closer? Because that long range is kind of a problem. I think we got there. I think we got right to the edge of optimal here. Just check the numbers. Arm mounted -1, target size +1, indirect fire +3. That's interesting. It's the different modifier than Apex, what Apex had. Why is that? Tactics 4, Tactics 8. Huh. That's odd. Wonder why there was a different indirect fire penalty there. Regardless.
You got it.
Still got plenty of missiles to work with. I've got 11 more salvos to give out of Beta's ammo bins. Easily keeping up pace in terms of longevity of this match. And then it runs away.
Yes, Commander.
Fantastic. Well, let's see if
Awaiting orders.
somebody can catch up and sensor bubble that guy. 3 movement dots. This should catch him. Yep, there he is. I mean, if he doesn't want to, whoopsie, if he doesn't want to play nice, I'm certainly not going to play nice either.
Commander.
Let's keep moving up. Get into that sweet, sweet optimal range. Your cover will not save you, sir, nor will your ability to go to ground and hide.
On my way.
In case you hadn't learned from your friends,
Oh, you want some of this?
or to hammer you into the ground. Ooh, man, look at that. Look at that performance on those missiles. Center of mass shots coming hard and heavy. Let's see if this guy tries to take a shot. Yep, taking a shot at Alpha. We're going to sneak some missiles in. Bob Alpha manages to dodge the lasers, though. Nope, you're fine. You're actually in real good shape because at this point, I'm going to take you out of line of sight.
I'm on it.
And we're going to keep working those sensors. Now would be a beautiful opportunity to leverage all of our guns if we can. The question is, where can we do it from? Can do it. Nope, can't do it from there. Nope, nope. Looks like I'm gonna have to be on land to do this. So let's just make that happen. Check the numbers. 60-75 is not great because now we're into direct fire situation, and his gunnery 5. Yeah. You know, it's fine. A lot of heat.
I'm gonna make some friends.
But you know what? Ooh, he lands one in the middle. Missiles coming in, shredding armor left and right.
Yes, Commander.
Apex, how about you? What do you got? Can you get a direct line on anything here? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, and let's just turn on the minion lasers. Check this out. Oh, out of range. How about from here? Nope, still no good. What do we got from the other way? Ooh, this looks promising. There we go. I don't normally get to go up onto this base and destroy some more local infrastructure, but today's my lucky day, apparently.
Firing all weapons.
This might hurt. Ooh, straight through that left side. Question is Bob Alpha gonna get to see the end of this match? Ooh. Well,
Internal damage, Commander.
Rock'em Sock'em popped off his left torso, but...
Aye, aye.
Hey, speaking of Rock'em Sock'em. Why not?
I'm on the
I can
move.
do 65 with the melee versus 50 with the lasers. Not a lot of reason not to just
Awaiting order.
get on up. And let's not overheat.
Affirmative.
This should get there. Oh, got the leg. Oh, got the torso too. As we round out this match, the field refit trebuchets, I think showing me some good things. I think I like. There's some things I like about this build. There's some things that I don't. I mean, clearly, like I mentioned before, if the campaign mech lab allows us to move weapons around, like move hard points around, I would take that medium laser out of the left arm in a heartbeat and put it with the other two lasers, or in a torso, maybe even the head or center. I mean, somewhere that's protected and safe, so you can go zombie mode on some things. This refit of the trebuchet could stand to shave some armor. You could probably pretty easily shave a ton of armor off of just the legs. It brings the leg protection down to just a little bit more than the arms, but you're not. I mean, just looking at the results here, like leg hits were pretty. I mean, leg hits are kind of just catch as catch can. Sometimes you get hit in the leg a bunch, and sometimes you just don't take any damage there. So I wouldn't feel too bad about shaving a little bit of armor off the legs, because then that can free up a ton. Maybe you throw on a heatsink. If you can fiddle with hard points, throw in another medium laser for a little bit more short range punch. You know, there's options to be had there. Durability wise, this turned out pretty okay. Most of these mechs took a couple of salvos of 30 missile alpha and pretty much weathered it. The only time it got real bad for me was when Bob Gamma hit the ground and never got back up, and Bob Alpha survived, so, you know, points for that. 54 structure left in the center torso. The rest of it, minus the left side, still have armor left. 14 rounds, 31 minutes and 26 seconds. I think that this is starting to creep towards the end goal. I think I like what I'm seeing here. I think that this trebuchet build is a little bit more, I want to say, like, solid in terms of its overall build. I think the stock 5N it's good. I've played with it before. Its deficiencies are it runs out of ammo fairly readily. In the course of a 15-round match, if you're getting all salvos off almost every turn, you will run out of ammo. Whereas I had plenty of ammo left on the refit. Like I said before, the armor on the 5N is a little thin. I would prefer that to be better. So I think, for your consideration, the field refit to a single LRM-20, increase the armor, give it a little bit more ammunition to work with, could serve you well. And I know it will probably serve me well tomorrow as we bring this whole big stew of combination of things to a close. But that's tomorrow, and today is done. So that'll be all for today's BattleTech in the Morning. I am, as usual, Captain Nips, wrench in hand, banging away on the mechs. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And I will see all of you in the next video.